Welcome to the Underground Sound. We are now on episode 8. I am DJ Exec. With me as always, I should say, is Carlos Fandango. Underground Sound. We're putting the us back into music.
Please like, subscribe, and share, and let's get your music out there.
Carlos, how are you doing today?
Really well, actually. Yeah, it's been extremely hot over here. And when it gets hot over in southeast of England, it tends to be really humid as well. So we're wilting a little bit, but I can't complain because most summers, particularly in July and August, are a complete washout, and you get the odd occasional day that's nice and sunny, and then the rest of it's all sort of cloudy and miserable and rainy. So I can't complain when it's like this. It's been like this for ages. But of course, because of this, we've now got water shortages and reservoirs are drying up and all this. It's nothing to do with the extra 10 million people since 1990s. So, so this is just one of those things. But it's always crisis, and wherever you are in the world now, particularly in USA and UK, wherever you go, it's crisis time.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. How are you?
I'm doing well. Obviously, if I look a little bit tired, I am. Once again, just kind of like working. The heat has really been kind of like messing me up, even though I keep it relatively cool inside the house. It's whenever summertime comes around, my sleep schedule just gets really, really, really wonky for whatever reason. Maybe it's just because the air conditioner kicks on more often than not. I really don't know, but I end up sleeping, maybe about 4, 5, 6 hours a night. And after a few days, obviously that starts getting to you. But otherwise we're doing fine. We're still warm. We're getting into the stormier part of the summer. So, we're kicking up thunderstorms. So if anyone hears thunder or lightning, or if I cut off for whatever reason, obviously I'll be right back as soon as power gets restored, if anything. But other than that, I mean, doing well.
Excellent.
Just really been waiting for the show. So I got to bring up two things here. Caillou, which was our show starter last week, or not last week. I'm sorry, the last show. So 2 weeks ago. All three of us, Carl, I, and Russ, had made the assumption that there was auto-tune being used in that song. And Caillou and the production team had actually gotten to me and said, we do not use auto-tune. So that is the natural voice of the singer. So if it seems affected, that it is their natural voice. So props to Caillou on that for not using auto-tune. All of us thought that it was there, but apparently it is not. And second thing I have to bring up here is, so I record, because we used to have these audio issues in the past where everything kind of like sounded bubbly. It kind of seems like that's gone away. Maybe the software update, new computer, who knows? But what I also do is I record the audio on QuickTime, which is being recorded directly off the computer. So I mute my mic always on the meeting portion, but I did not mute my mic on the mixer portion. Therefore, when the music comes on, just to make sure that the music is coming off clear and loud and the way that it sounds, I always have that going through the mixer. So last year, you could definitely hear me coughing, opening beverages, things of that nature. I do apologize for that. Obviously, once again, work in progress with the show. So hopefully that didn't like really scare anyone off. I know we got like 3 thumbs down. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what it was about with that one. So getting on with the show today, though, Carl, what can you tell me about our show opener here? I see it's called King of Rockets, Cats and Dogs.
Yeah, and so we've got the profile for King of Rockets. They're from, they are from Banbury in the United Kingdom. That's Oxfordshire, I think, Banbury. And just another human writing about being human. So tuning in to the music gods to channel sound waves that become part of the universe. Enjoy the ride, peace and love. So with that sort of enticing paragraph or two, then we could open this song and see what we think.
Sounds good to me. This is King of Rockets, Cats and Dogs. Very cool. Carlos Fandango, please take it away, sir.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I the first thing that caught my ear really is the reverse guitar, sort of Hendrix-esque in some respects. It wasn't overused; it was only in this opening section, really, that was mainly used. But I think that's also pretty good because the song was well constructed with lots of changes, lots of detail. So you had a bit of Indian instruments in there, bongos here and there, whistly sort of sound of keyboard, woodwinds, and all sorts of things going on, and the guitars as well. Lots of different sort of guitar sounds. But yeah, so well constructed, nice detail. Vocals, nice solid sound for the vocals, probably double or triple tracked because I don't know if the voice is thick enough on its own, but it was a nice feel to it. So, and actually, when you go onto Slaps and look at the art or wherever you listen to your music, they're clearly on Spotify and YouTube as well by the looks of it. So, King of Rocket's artwork is brilliant as well. So I'd love to know where some of these people get their artwork because the spacey theme is really good, which is why we put on the space theme on our backgrounds. But no, I really like that one. It's not like what I'd call a sort of really grab you, stunning song, but I liked it and I would listen to it again.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, that's definitely, I think that's going to be our first certified banger of the day. And we have a new section on the channel for that, for the bangers. I do think it's a banger. I think it has a very Zappa-esque quality to it. With all the instruments and the changes that you're talking, right? The backwards guitar, the bongos coming in, everything. I think that's very, very, very kind of like Frank Zappa-esque, I should say. Doesn't sound exactly like it because one song that it reminded me of also, and I'm trying to think of who it was actually that sung it, but it was I'm the one natural one, take it easy. We can take it in time. And I can't remember who the band was, right? But I do remember the song, obviously, and I think the song is actually called Natural One. But that's kind of like the feel that it gave for me, along with the Zappa-esque thing going on here. Great production, certified banger. I love that midway transition too, where you had a lot going on in the beginning. It got to the midway there, right, and then it kind of like slowed down. It had a lot of like progression building up to the second half, and then you had the second half, and it was good. So overall, really good production quality, very nice song. 2 thumbs up on my end here, and loved it.
Great, yeah, good. Oh, great. Natural One, is it the Folk Implosion?
The Folk Implosion, yes, sir. That's exactly what it is. Yes.
There we go.
The Natural One from Folk Implosion. I'll try to get as many links up here as I can when we talk about these songs, so that way you can, all of you here can get a reference to it. So at this point, welcome to the new subscribers. Thank you very much for liking, subscribing to the channel, showing these artists some love. So hop down into the description below. If you don't know this yet, all of the links to all these fantastic musicians will be there. I try to keep as much up to date with everything that I can. Just trust me, editing plus working plus everything, it takes a little bit of time. Going to start working on this show and the ones and twos a little bit more frequently in the coming future, I think. But for right now, it is what it is. But once again, like subscribe, share if you like what we're doing here, and then also, once again, please visit the video description below. Click on the musicians that you hear here, whatever songs that you like, show them some love. Let's keep this whole thing going. And just once again, big shout out to Nathan Brashear last week on the ones and twos. He sponsored the show, yet he wanted his first place spot to go to somebody else because he wanted to help the musicians. He wanted to be the epitome of musicians, basically helping musicians, right? So he gave up his first place spot, took the second spot. So big shout outs to Monsters Are Real, longtime friends of the show. Within Me had taken, Jamie Salazar obviously had taken the first spot there. With his song Right Now. You can visit that also in the ones and twos, the latest episode. I can't remember if it was like episode 15 or 16 now, because trying to keep up with everything is getting a little bit difficult, but hey, we're going to keep it going here now.
Yep.
Yeah. So we have, this one is called
Well, I think that's Haja Baja.
Haja Baja. Haja Baja.
Haja Baja.
Kind of looks like a Haji Baja. Okay, so Haji Baja Rewind. This is the first song that I have written. It's about a girl waiting to rewind time and give that guy a chance to see what things could have come. What else do you know about the song, like right off the bat, Carl?
Well, this is not my usual kind of music. It's R&B, soul. I mean, soul, I like traditional sort of, the 50s, 60s, and 70s sort of soul music. Modern R&B, I'm not really into, but there's something about the voice that I thought, actually, do you know what? I really think she's got a nice voice there. So let's see what you think. And I quite like the artwork as well. I thought that was quite so. But she's only been on Slaps. It doesn't say much about her. She's from Brooklyn, New York, and she joined in June this year. And has uploaded one song so far. So, but I thought, well, she needs a bit of encouragement. It's good to get the music out there, and maybe that'll encourage her to upload more songs and record more songs.
Yes, sir. So here we go. Rewind is also available on Spotify, as you can see right there by the link. So even though the link in the description is for Slaps, believe me, you can go on Slaps, hit that Spotify link, go check out the artist. Maybe give them one play so they can hit their, as Carl would say it, not 3 cents per stream, right? So let's get this one going. Haja Baja is what it seems like. If we're butchering that, please obviously let us know. Once again, song is called Rewind. Enjoy.
The type of boy to catch corner my eye. These girls shouldn't talk to you, but you ain't giving them no time. I thought it was kinda weird that you ain't never paying no mind. But the third week of December, you came up to me and said hi. Now I ain't that type of girl to talk so freely to a guy. So I shrugged it off, tried to play her, but man, I was losing my mind. Now I'm thinking of that moment, can't get you out of my mind. Not sure if I should've did what I did now, I just wanna rewind. Boy, I just wanna rewind. Boy, I just wanna rewind. Maybe if I gave it a chance, it would've turned out fine. You would've asked me, I'll bring flowers out, my frown would've turned around. Probably riding around the city, you know that shit be a vibe. And when the night's over, let my girls know it was a venture of a lifetime. Boy, I just wanna rewind. Boy, I just wanna rewind. Boy, I just wanna rewind. Boy, I just wanna rewind.
Carlos Fandango, sir, take it away.
Well, cowgirls do it better, as her T-shirt says. I think her right now. One big word I've got from this is potential. Now, I think her voice is really nice. It's sort of kind of that sort of TLC no scrub sort of 90s, late 90s, early noughties sort of sultry sort of voice. Now, I think she's got potential there to do a lot more. I think the voice would be okay on other types of music as well, but predominantly R&B, of course, and dance music, and club music. The song itself, sort of tells a story, a very personal story, so the lyrics are heartfelt. I think it's probably got what one of your bugbears is that the voice is probably overlaid over the track. I think on the production, I think if she collaborated, if somebody from Slaps came forward and people came forward and listened to that voice, and they've probably got songs that would suit her voice, a producer could collaborate with her, and I think she could really raise her game. So I think there's that's why I said potential, because I think working on the right songs with the right people and the right production
Absolutely.
on something a bit more dynamic and interesting that develops a bit more would. And it's not my kind of music, but I like her voice. So I imagine her doing something like a sort of 70s soul song or something like that. And I think she'd fit in quite nicely doing that.
Whoa.
So the
yeah.
right producer, she'd be fine.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My thoughts here, obviously, the first thing that I wrote down, because you can just read my mind, Carl, which is overlaid vocals, which I thought that they were. It sounded like that 100% truly. It probably was in the beginning. They probably still are. They did have a couple of effects as the song started going, but still, even if the voice is mixed in, which I do believe it's still overlaid over the track, but even if the voice is mixed in, the voice is still a bit, just a tad overpowering. It overpowers the instruments. So a little bit of work there, and it goes exactly with your point. Is working with the right producer, right, the right engineer would kind of like fix all that. But listen, she's got the look. That's for damn sure. 100% agree with you on the TLC early Beyonce days even.
Yep.
Kind of like it does have that vibe to it. So being a child of the 90s, kind of like bob back and forth and everything, listening to it. And the lyrics are good. The lyrics are great. And so once again, all those things coupled, she's got a great voice. The lyrics are really good. Having that vibe, and hey, cowgirls do it better. Just maybe find a cowboy to produce it just a little bit, and this will be a hit. I think so. I do believe.
Yeah, it's got potential. I also think the lyrics, as you were saying, it's a heartfelt song. It's relatable. I think there's a lot of people. Everybody's done this before, probably at some point, and would like to be able to rewind time and do it again and give someone a chance that you didn't. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that probably weren't given a fair chance because somebody, you get all this thing where it's no immediate spark or something's not quite right, but there's people you work with for years and then suddenly it clicks into place with them. So it's often there'll be friendships develop into something else. So I think it's a very relatable subject and song, subject matter and songs. Relationship stuff always is relatable.
Absolutely. No, it's kind of like going back to the thing that we were talking about with Tom McDonald, right? Politics are relatable. The stories are relatable. Relationships are relatable. Anytime you get anything like that going on, you're definitely going to have a hit song on your hands. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because you're going to reach people, deep down, kind of like in their heart of hearts. As far as the music is concerned. So, hey, great job. Sorry if we did butcher your name. Please let us know what the correct pronunciation is.
I bet it's Haji.
I think so too, but in either case, I'll find out later because I do email everyone and let them know that they were on the show, just so that way they can check it out. And obviously, once again, folks, for everybody that's listening, video description is below. You know where to find it. Check out these artists. Click on these links. Go ahead and check out Haji Baja on not only Slaps, but click her Spotify link and let's get her some money. Seriously, let's get it going here. Yeah. Right? She deserves it. Carl,
now.
The Purple Ball of Destiny.
Now, I've forgotten. I don't know why I forgot this, but I forgot to bring in the Purple Bowl of Destiny. But for second half, it will reappear. But I have the Tibetan Singing Bowl of Destiny. So,
okay. Well, there we go.
So can still do Om Namah Shivaya. Yeah. Okay, you say when, and I'll.
Let's stop there. That seems good.
Right. It's that one there. All between those two. Oh, that's a lengthy one. What's this? Oh, okay. That's quite good. It's a We Choose one, and it's Carlos Fandango to choose.
What are the odds?
So that's right. So I've got to remember that's about 3 inches, and it basically focuses at 3 inches. Story of my life. Right. Okay. So let's have a look then. So home, I'll go for.
Yeah, you have 3,598 groups to choose from, buddy.
This thing doesn't like me. Okay. Let's go for something a bit. Should we go for something a bit different? Shall we? I mean, there's some categories here that you just don't get every day. Things like comedy. I mean, somebody's idea of comedy and mine might be something different. But, there's that sort of, that looks quite interesting. What's the latest, though? Let's have a look.
Oh, here we go. What?
Well, if I do go for comedy, it's the Lebanese comedy song, so it might be in Lebanese and we won't understand it. So I think the comedy might be lost on us, but I mean, we could try it. It's only 1 minute 54. It's an artist we should be promoting.
Absolutely. Charbel
Atala.
Okay, hopefully we got that right. The song looks like it's Kalik Sawe.
Yeah, I'll try and translate that in the meantime.
Okay, let's take a listen here. Let's get this going. 1 minute 54 seconds. Here we go.
لك دخل عيونك دخل خدودك دخلك كلك سوا بحب هدوءك حتى جنونك ويخرشوم الهوا لك دخلو قلبك دخلو طولك للبنت الدواء هو برمنا في تل سألنا وشفنا وما في منك نواه مشيتك ويلي شو عملت لك بقلبي انا من وقت اللي شفتك لهلا صار لي مسطل سنة نسيت الفرحة نسيت المرحة نسيت العمر الهنا ولك دخلك جني علي حني ولا تنسيني انا يلا يلا اوعى يلا يلا طفران وانا عايف حالي مجنط ولا نقلي بطلت عني عبالي متركتيني شغلي لك انت هوية وشو سكسية اطيب من المغلاه لك مثل المية تروح خطية بسمي ومنك سهلة ويلا يا باي يا باي شو هيك من كعب الدسم يا ويلي بحبك يا ماي دير ومن دونك مش عارف كسك جديد لك مزيا على غيرك ولا ممكن دير ومنهرتي بهديك بقلوب يا
That was surprising.
I quite enjoyed that. Yeah.
So I did hear Kalik Sawe in there. So I think we got the name of the song down. Did you get a translation of that by any chance?
No, it said it found Javanese. Then I redid the search and it said it was Swahili. Then I tried to say Arabic and then Lebanese, and nothing came up except the translation into English as Kalik Sawe.
Okay. So yeah, Kalik
So
Sawe.
we don't know what it means.
Kalik Sawe, obviously from the icon here, is on YouTube. Let's learn a little bit more about Kalik here, or Charbel Atala, from Beirut. 2 followers, 27 plays, 2 tracks. Lebanese comedian, actor. I'd like to know what's going on in that song, honestly.
It's curious, isn't it? Yeah,
It is.
I mean, it's got the artwork there, and it's clearly sort of a style going on. So
Yeah.
I just, it looks pretty cool kind of look, and this is someone who's a bit different, and certainly up there, I should think, very different sort of kind of person. So there's a bit of Eminem in there in a sense. I think it was, it might be the Relapse album where he was doing a lot of strange accents, Eminem, on that. And it's that, but it's got a lot of Middle Eastern sort of influence and things on certain tracks, like My Mum. And I only know this because my son's an avid Eminem fan, but he was slated for it a lot. But I had the sort of sense that he's probably influenced a little bit by Eminem. But there's singing in there as well. I love Middle Eastern instruments and things, and particularly the I forgot what they use now, but this sort of fluty type instrument that's what I would have called years ago a snake charming instrument, but it's that kind of sound, that's so very Middle Eastern. I love all that, and the sort of bagpipey type sound. So actually, I quite enjoyed that, and it'd be nice to know what was being said and have that translation. But there is a video. There's a link to YouTube, so there might be translation there.
There's gotta be maybe with the subtitles and everything. I thought that the production was pretty good. Yeah. It wasn't the best, but I mean, for it being labeled as a comedy song, maybe it's meant to be that way, right?
Yeah.
But I think very hooky, very catchy, right? You can't help but really bob your head with it. It sounds like a great song. Would love to learn more about it because once again, in Lebanese, and getting the lyrics and everything is hard to say if they were good or if they were funny or not. From the album cover that we just looked at a second ago and everything, it kind of seems like, yeah, he's a little out there, he's a funny guy and everything like that. So, but I enjoyed it. I definitely did. If I definitely understood the lyrics, then it would probably be that much more. But I do like the fusion that's there between the old-timey kind of sound and instruments mixed in with the modern, beat and bass and everything like that. So
Yes.
all around, I think, very well constructed song.
Yeah, that was good.
All righty.
Purple Bowl. The Tibetan Bowl of Destiny certainly threw up something interesting there for us.
Yeah. So yeah, we didn't get screwed like last time. I don't mean to say that, because once again, I don't know what was going on with that song exactly. So if it was somebody brand new and everything like that. So I hate to say that that the song was horrible or anything like that, but it did need production in there. So right now we're moving on to Albert van Wilden.
I'm wondering if it's Alberta, actually.
Might be Alberta, yeah.
Yeah.
This was called Serendipity. So is this a I'm assuming German?
From Denmark.
Okay.
In Bilderup in Denmark. 5 followers, 2 tracks, 28 plays, 18-year-old small Danish artist. I don't know if it means small as in not well known or small as in physically small, but either way, I think this is I think this was one of the instrumental ones that I chose for this week, or the instrumental one I chose for this week. That was quite a nice piece that deserves to be heard, I think.
Well, it does say here, peaceful piano piece for totally relaxation is the annotation here. You can also get Serendipity here on Spotify, as you can tell by the logo there. So let's check this one out. Serendipity. Well, as you saw by the comment, it very correct. It is truly relaxing. So, yeah. Let's get your thoughts, Carl, here.
Yeah, I mean, as you might see in my comments there, I thought it was beautiful, poignant, thoughtful. I like the opening 9-note motif, din, 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 which was later, about 1 minute 40 mark around there. She then, after stating it twice, then restated it in a different way, and just. And also, I think that, which was a really nice way that she sort of turned it around. And then at the end, there's left it kind of open, as if it's this is all by chance and fate, and it's always chance and fate always happen in an open way. But yeah, I really like that. Was very well thought out, nice piece. It just goes to show all around the world there's artists who are making music that are just these lovely little gems of pieces of music that would be worthy of great artists. So this could easily go on. If somebody like Max Richter or Arnaldo, forgotten his name now. Ludovico, Arnaldo, is it? I can't remember now what the name is, but any of those kind of artists where they're sort of piano-based artists would. If they did the song, people would give it plaudits and praise endlessly, and so I think these are beautiful little number, and she should keep on going and keep on uploading.
It was good. I agree with you. It's kind of strange looking at the influences here, right? Because it's Billie Eilish, Doja Cat, Katy Perry, Elton John. Elton John, I could definitely see with Billy Joel. But then we got Duffy, Michael Jackson, Madonna, Britney Spears, Shakira, Keisha, Lady Gaga. It's kind of funny that those are the influences, and hearing a piece like that, right? Because it is very, very melodic. But here's the thing. If we take a dive back to the 90s, we have Robert Miles, who had children, mm-hmm. right? And that was put together with kind of like a techno-esque beat back of it. So I think that the song would work both ways personally. I think that if you threw a beat behind it, boom, had a nice bass thing going, right, and had the piano going, then I think that it would kind of like mimic maybe Robert Miles there. Mm-hmm. It was good. I mean, I don't think that there's particularly a huge market for it these days. It's a shame because, I mean, I can't think of the last time I've actually heard something that was just a piano piece out there, like on its own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's very stripped down, very bare, wasn't it? I mean, which is nice. Oh, but there are out there, and the thing is, there's lots of competition for those spaces, aren't there, for that sort of thing? And that's the sort of thing that could be easily used on a drama, on TV, or on Netflix, or on cinema, a little interlude while somebody's having second thoughts about something in the play or whatever. But so it's those pieces, you could sort of argue that they're sort of throwaway pieces, but I think that's a really nice piece of music, and it's not one that it's not the notes in that order, in that way. It's not like I thought, oh, it's just like that song, or it's just like that. So it just goes to show that there is melody out there, and it doesn't have to be repeating everything else that's gone before. It can be something new still.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. It's just very original. It's definitely something that's heartfelt. I like the I like the incorporation of the wind chimes there. Kind of sounded like maybe it was recorded kind of like off a hanging condenser mic or something like that, maybe a live session. It was, listen, good overall. Once again, it doesn't need to be like truly mainstream, but I do agree with you. I kind of disagree with you that it's kind of like a dramatic effect. I think that it would be more of an uplifting moment. Somebody has like a moment of realization in a movie or something like that, like I think that would probably be the way to use that song. I didn't really feel down with it, so kind of like having like a drama effect to it. I really didn't feel the drama. I did feel uplifted. I felt like it's very pure. It's very pure. It's a very nicely done song. So congrats once again, folks. Visit the video description below if you like that song or any of the other ones that you have heard so far. Click on the links to these artists. It'll take you to the slaps thing, obviously, but if you'd prefer to playlist them on Spotify, add them to your playlist, maybe you want to share it with some friends, then obviously please do so. Support the independent artists out there, and keeping this going. This is let's see, Luna Square featuring Aaron Sutcliffe. The name of the song is called All Eternity. What can you tell us so far, Carl?
Right. Well, I was quite intrigued by this one because it was an 80s Yazoo flavored track dedicated to their late Luna Square's late brother. It's a charity song as well. Right, so they're inspired. The artist Luna Square is from Helsingborg in Sverige. Was that Sweden? Inspired by early electronic acts, Luna Square started out as a one-man band in the 80s. After positive reactions on the 3-track demo, it became quiet. From the ashes, Luna Square became a trio, inspired by bands like the obvious Depeche Mode, so you might like this one, but also everything between Elvis and Röyksopp. Melodic synth pop with some dark and rough edges. Well, that sounds really intriguing to me.
As does to me, just kind of like looking at everything that's going on here. We got the hashtag of fuck cancer band. So all the proceeds are donated to the charity through the music project. Without further ado, let's listen to it. All Eternity. It can be found on Spotify, Apple Music, and SoundCloud, as you can see here with the icons. Let's check this out. Luna Square.
Seen on a train to heaven, on a sea to the promised land. You'd live all the joy you could live from the day when you took my stand. By the dark blue water, in between the suburban hills, always there with a smile on your face. You worked harder than your human skills. All the love that you gave to me, every moment that you made me see. I'm longing for the next time we'll meet.
Funky, very groovy.
What did you think?
I enjoyed that one. I did. Listen, I mean, you you go back to the movies in the 80s, like let's say the Breakfast Club or Better Off Dead, total 100% total movie soundtrack there, you know. The production was good. I think this is the second certified banger here. I need to notify that with a CB. Certified banger right here, Luna Square. I think once again, super radio friendly. 3 minutes 29 seconds. The lyrics have a story behind them. You know, there's a lot going on here. Once again, I do like the hashtag fuck cancer band. I would like to know more about that. I'll do a little bit more research on it. Yeah, but 100%. This is licensable music. It's you know, again, going back into the movie theme and everything like that. Very well done. So influences: Depeche Mode, New Order, Camouflage, Recoil, 21 Pilots. Heard a little bit of 21 Pilots in there. Daft Punk for sure. Pet Shop Boys, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Didn't really hear a lot of Moby in there, to tell you the truth. Calvin Harris, who is The Weeknd, by the way, Calvin Harris. Am I right on that?
Don't think what not The Weeknd, like the
Weeknd.
that's not Calvin Harris, though, is it?
No, Calvin Harris is a Scottish DJ. What is The Weeknd's real name then? I could have sworn it was.
I don't know. I have heard it because Louis played it incessantly.
Oh my God!
I can't remember his name now, though. But
my goodness, this is just horrible. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely not Calvin Harris. It's Abel McKinnon Tesfaye.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I totally heard that before. I'm a big fan of his music, by the way, though. So
yeah,
so definitely, you know. But back to Luna Square here. Very well done, Good production, catchy, produced correctly. Once again, this is a soundtrack for the radio. It's a soundtrack for a movie. Loved it. Really good. Nice choice, Carl.
Yeah, I love synth pop anyway, and the retro vibe was spot on for the period. You know, you could even place it to probably about 85. In fact, my brother would absolutely love this because this is his favorite music, is synth pop. He loves Erasure, Depeche Mode, OMD, and all that stuff. So, but for me, it was, you know, early Erasure. It was Wonderland LP. It could come off there. It was very Vince Clarke. Lots of melodic touches in there. The big gated reverb drum sound. There's the vocals. A little bit Flock of Seagulls. Heaven 17 couldn't quite place, you know, who I could compare it to most of all, but it was spot on with that 80s sound because that was the style of the vocals.
Oh yeah. And
I was thinking as it was going through, thinking, I'll have to contact these people if they've got a song that they want. You know, maybe they just do instrumental stuff if they're featuring vocals. But I would love to sing on one of their songs because, or write some lyrics to one because this is the good thing about Slaps is that you can approach people, and you know, most people are very affable and amenable and open to sort of working with people, particularly those who just do either production or just do instrumentals, and they need singers. They're always looking for singers. So I would encourage anybody to, you know, if you think you like the sound of something and what somebody's done, approach them, write some lyrics, do them a little demo and see what they think of it.
I encourage this as well. For those of you that do not know, Carlos and I had actually met through Slaps. Rookie and I had met through Carlos, but it was still kind of like through Slaps. Listen, to all the musicians out there, if you're tired of all this BS that's going on Facebook and everything like that, you know, the typical spots that you're really kind of like, you get more negative effect than you do positive effect. Believe me, try out slaps.com. DistroKid, you can't go wrong with releasing your music from them either. It is a very reasonable price, whether you're going in as an artist. I think it's like $20 per year. If you're going in as a record label, it's something like 120 or whatever the case may be. So, you know, it's definitely worth it. Once again, no affiliation. We're not plugging them. They did not pay us. It's just something that I feel personally. If you're a musician, you like to collaborate, you like to meet nice people, you like to have good conversations, you'd like to maybe get some vocals on a song of yours, or maybe you have vocals and you need a song to put behind your vocals, then obviously you can contact a myriad of people, because there are groups for literally everything. Like you just saw, we had, what was it, 3,000? I'm just going to have to look this up just so that way I know for sure that I'm telling the truth here. 3,598 groups, which pretty much start off with hip hop, R&B, soul, singer, songwriter, pop, alternative rock, electronic, reggae, dance, jazz, unsigned artists, blues. And that's just what I could read on the first page right there without really scrolling down. So, you're a musician, you need music, you need vocals. Once again, collaborate with people. Let's have an open dialogue if we're being creative, right? So that way we can keep putting this music out there. Links to the artists are in the video description. Please check them out. We are about to start our break right now. It will be completely seamless for you, obviously, but I think maybe we should do what we were talking about before. Is this will be the part 1. This will be segment 1, and we'll start segment 2 coming up next. It will still be the same show. We'll just have to figure out how to do that. We kind of went off the rails a little bit with Russ Palladino. We were having a lot of fun with Russ Palladino the last show, because Russ knows a guy for everything. So
that's true.
Yeah. I was hoping he knew a guy to to edit the show for me, but I guess the guy that he knew for that was me. So
I thought he was going to approach his friend Mr. Spielberg.
Probably, we could use some Spielberg effects on here, so it would be really cool. But for the Underground Sound, I am DJ X-Tech right now. With me, as always, Carlos Fandango. We are putting the us back into music.
Please like, subscribe, and share, and let's get your music out there.
And we will be back very shortly. Welcome back to the Underground Sound. I told you that would be completely seamless. I am DJ X-Tech, with me, Carlos Fandango. Underground Sound, putting the us back into music.
Please like, subscribe, and share, and let's get your music out there.
Absolutely. So obviously the first half of the show before the break, we heard some great music. Hopefully this will continue going. I'm very intrigued by track 9 that we're going to get to, just because of the name of it is The People Need Pickles. But before we get to that, this one that we have coming up right now is called Family Reunion. It's from a man named Johns. What kind of background do you have about the song so far, Carl?
Well, this one's a bit of a quirky one. I think it's a good one to kickstart the second half of the show because it's quite upbeat, and it's a sort of like a bit of those sort of retro 90s songs that they did, sort of like harking back to the 70s and 60s. But I thought the artwork's really cool as well. So a man named John's profile is quite cool, like a melty face type thing, and I don't know, every one of the singles has got some really interesting artwork and cute, so very quirky sort of artists by the sound of it. And this one, I just looked at the artwork and thought, oh, this looks cool, and then the song was pretty cool too. Short song, short and sweet, but upbeat, and it says Herbie Mann influenced and stolen. So Herbie Mann being the sort of 60s sort of jazz related artist, and I say more jazz than anything else, but and I thought, oh, I'm intrigued.
Well, let's check it out. Labeled as alternative music. Here is a man named John's Family Reunion.
see you.
Keep rocking, please. Keep rocking, please. Stay on it. Keep rocking, please. Keep rocking, please. Keep rocking, please. Keep rocking, please.
Carl.
Right. Well, yeah, I thought it was really cool. So you got the sort of very late 80s samples sound when samples properly started coming in, and the early 90s sort of funky side of things where the sort of it was harking back to the early 70s, late 60s and all that, like the Herbie Mann sort of music. And this, not that I'm a massive fan of rap, but it's kind of calling out for a rap artist to be able to sort of utilize that and rap in certain segments. And it's kind of, yeah, could be longer, could be used as a cool rap sort of number as well. But yeah, really funky, cool production, upbeat, short and sweet. Definitely listened to that a few times, and it's got a nice little nice vibe to it. I like that. Fun. It's fun music.
There we go. Man named John's 56 followers, 1,320 plays, 34 tracks. That one, the family reunion, doesn't look like he's releasing it anywhere else aside from Slaps, because I don't see any of the Spotify logos or anything.
Yeah, not everyone does that though. I mean, it's that's something you have to do as part of the upload, and it's a bit laborious and painful to do. I wish there was an easy way of doing it. So some people don't even know about it. Maybe.
Probably. I do like the artwork. Just like what we were talking about with Tom McDonald, Beastie Boys. 100%. I'm feeling it. And if you're a fan of Guy Ritchie movies, Sherlock Holmes, Snatch, Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, 100%. Kind of like feel that in the soundtrack to those movies. Very funky. I didn't expect it to be an instrumental, really, with labeled as alternative music, but I mean, it works. It still works. So good, great quality. Radio friendly, movie friendly, video game friendly. I mean, it's pretty much like, hey, sky's the limit with this song. I do like it. I'm gonna have to check out more from a man named John's there, but from my initial impression here, definitely has it going on, as the kids say these days, or do the kids not say that anymore?
I don't know what they say. It changes week to week.
But great job, man named John. Really, really groovy. Great job right there. Hey, but we're having a really good show here.
Oh, there's some good tracks out there.
Absolutely. So remember, folks, video description is below. Find these if you found any of these songs interesting, they hit your eardrum the correct way. But just head down into the video description below. Find the link to these artists if they have other venues that you prefer to listen to them on, such as Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, whatever the case may be. Look them up, but of course, give them a like, give them a share, give them a follow if you find their social accounts and everything like that. And let's support these brilliant underground musicians and independent artists. Everything always helps, right? So a lot of people are doing this obviously just for the passion, because we talked about it before. There's not much money to be made in streaming royalties these days. So what can you do here? So we're going now to what is it? Dovner?
Well, it says here on the profile, it's pronounced Downer.
Downer, okay.
It looks like Governor, but it's Downer. Yeah, is the solo project of Ian Wasdin, an Austin, Texas-based songwriter and producer. One track uploaded so far, only joined in July this year. 99 plays and 20 followers from one track is a really good strike record. 4 saves, 134 fires, and 99 plays for the track is very good going.
That is 100%. 20 followers, 99 plays off of the one track is absolutely fantastic. Looks like Carlos mentioned, 134 fires, 4 saves, 99 plays. It is available, as you see with the icon there, on Spotify as well. Listed as alternative rock. Saying first single, all written, performed, recorded, and mixed by yours truly. So let's check this out. This is Downer with Back Then.
2, 3, 4.
Back in my hometown, I am walking up streets we used to walk down. Feet on the ground, my head in the clouds. Think about the past, it's all I think about now. Where are my old friends? How are they doing? Wondering when or if I'll see them again. Running up red, but I am circling back to the spot where we sat. I was just a kid back then. The oak trees towered over me. Now I'm a man, but the trees still tower overhead. Did I lose myself back then? I'd leave in the wind. Standing in a parking lot, the stars are covered in the dark. I'm at our old stomping grounds, and it's nothing but condos now. Looking back now, I can see clearly how I had all I needed back then. City for my family and friends. Circling back to the spot where we
That is Downer right there from Austin, Texas. Once again, 20 followers, 99 plays, 1 track so far. You can see the social media link right there, Instagram. So please follow them on Instagram if you're so inclined. I gotta say, myself personally, I think a tad long, 4:36, and I think from my end here, the vocals were a little overpowering. Could use a bit of production as far as that's concerned, but otherwise, I feel like as mentioned here, obviously as the first single, all written, performed, recorded, and mixed by yours truly, as it says there. So if this is indeed like a first track, then obviously things like that are to be expected. Once again, just having another kind of like a helping ear rather than a helping hand would work, because this song is groovy. It's has that nice, really kind of like relaxed kind of vibe to it, you know what I mean, going into the breaks especially. So not that it was bad. It was good overall. I think it's just I would have definitely tuned down the vocals, because it does seem like maybe the automation was off, or the overall mixing, maybe the finalization of the master was kind of just a bit too loud, would be my only criticism. Otherwise, great job there, Ian Wasden of Austin, Texas, singer, songwriter, and producer. So good on you. Liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the straight away with anything with slide guitars, particularly when there's multiple layers and they're harmonizing, and it gives a dreamy, melancholic sort of reflective. This is a song when if you're in a reflective mood, it's the perfect song really for you. You have one of those days or something, coming home from a difficult day at work, this would be a good song for that, really, just unwinding. But tight and unusual harmonies I've written down, and really unusual harmonies as well, just but also using that sort of high low octave in certain parts, but then these really sort of very tight, unusual harmonies. In fact, quite an unusual voice, because it's got very female, higher vocal, higher register quality to it, and it's
yes.
You think, oh, is that a featured artist, or no? That is actually Ian and Wasden's vocals, and I thought really good. But I know what you mean. Yes, it's possibly sort of at times overpowering, so just needs to be blended into the mix slightly more. But solid production otherwise. Fade outs. Now I've got a big thing about fade outs. I love fade out songs like they used to do. They don't do them enough these days. This was the perfect song to do it. I actually thought it was good length, although you could probably cut out a chunk of it and make it a shorter radio friendly version. I think for an album version this would be perfect, fine, and with a lovely long fade out that gives it that dreamy sort of drifting away quality that you get. But otherwise, and just before those, I mean, because it wasn't really a chorus as such, but you could say it was one of those instrumental chorus songs. So the slide guitar part for that motif was the chorus. But there was a nice bass movement in one of the chords just before the slide chorus kicks in, and there's a really nice sort of movement on the bass. And I hadn't really spotted that first time around when I first heard it. So and I thought that was really good. So nice little touches in there, and lots of promise considering that's their first song released. I think that's I've followed them because I thought Downer could be really interesting.
I agree 100%. Once again, criticism here is made to be constructive, not detrimental. That's the thing is, I'm looking at the fade out, like what you're talking about, kind of like seems like the fade out is nearly about 25 seconds, which kind of like seems a little bit long. So it could be shortened down a little bit. And that could have definitely taken away from those 25 seconds, just to make it just about a 4-minute song, which would definitely make it, I think, for today's day and age, a little bit more listenable, right? Because I do think that the days of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-minute songs are pretty much gone. When we're talking about Led Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, when they had these, ballads and everything, right? I don't think that those are super popular anymore. But once again, agreed. Production quality is good. The only thing that I would say is just kind of like tune down the vocals a little bit and mix them in the song a little more properly. And overall, just I mean, good song. Just once again, just those are the only two criticisms I have here. Is it's a bit long at 4 minutes and 36, and vocals are just a tad overpowering.
See, the thing is, about 5 minutes 45, Mr. Blue Sky is too long. 5 minutes 59, Bohemian Rhapsody is too long, and 6 minutes or so, Bob Dylan, what's his face is. Oh dear, forgotten the name. How can I forget that song? But anyway, basically, there's so many classic songs. Yes. Stairway to Heaven, and you could list a whole raft of songs that develop and are great and classics and still are heard nowadays. So I think it depends what you want. If you wanted to be played on the radio, yes, you've got to do a shorter version. But I think that does appeal to the modern day audience. That doesn't mean it's not right, and it's just like a lot of the modern day views aren't necessarily right or good. They're popular. That's it. So my argument is always what's right, what's good for the song, what's good for the listener, and if somebody's got the patience to listen to it and get into that song, they're going to love it. Whatever.
I'm going to think about it this way. For folks out there that are your age, my age, right? We're kind of like used to it. So we have a bit more tolerance, right? Whereas the younger generation, I'm not saying anything bad about the younger generation, obviously, but I don't think that there's enough patience there to listen to a superbly long song because, it's all the shortened down songs that are really, becoming popular. However, if you're going to be at a concert, right? Then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, it's really not going to make that big of a difference because you're going to be sitting there vibing to this song no matter what, because you're going to be there live, you're going to be seeing something completely different. So I'm just, for all intents and purposes of the show and thinking about radio quality, what they would put on the radio, something that could be promoted very easily. So 436, I believe, would be, a good kind of like concert length, but maybe because you could cut out a little bit of the instrumental portion there, right? Just about 4 bars, right?
Yeah, I think it's there's not enough change. It's a drifty sort of song, and it's not enough going on with the chord changes to make it notice. If you cut out a 40-second segment or a minute segment there, I think you could probably get away with it because it's that kind of song that you could probably edit it and you could do a single version, definitely, if you picked the right spot to cut. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Single version, album version. Carlos said it best right there. But overall, Ian, good job. Props to you, and keep doing what you're doing. And Carl has followed you, so if there's any developments with Ian, we will let everybody know. Obviously, if you're watching the show, you don't know where to find these artists. Well, you can find them very easily in the video description below. Please hop on there, show all these artists some love. We'd very much appreciate it. I'm sure that the artists would very much appreciate it as well. Right now, the second serving of the Purple Bowl of Destiny,
which is coming from this direction today. There we are. So we actually have the Purple Bowl back as well. So
the Purple Bowl is back. Yes,
it is back. Bowl is back. Right. Okay. So you say, you say again,
and stop.
Right. All right, okay, it's one of those going to come out. There we are. Okay, what have we got here? Okay, so this is the category. So about 3 inches away should focus original music.
Original music, okay.
That's curious. That's interesting. So
it is curious. Let's see.
How original would it be?
Oh my goodness, where is this group?
Right, I'll have a look at this direction as well. It might not be that there's lots of these, so I'll just have a little look myself. Because if I find it quickly, then I can tell you the. I
wonder if I could put it in the search bar.
It's right. I've got it. So if I tell you the latest one, it's coming up now, and then I'll give you the artist name and song, and then you can search it. Right. So the latest new one is J. Decker. J. Decker. End of Time, the song's called.
Is that J dot like Dekka? Decca?
Decker.
Decker. Okay, J Decker. Okay.
And the song is End of Time, which is one of the silver ones there. The silvery grey ones.
Let's see, we got Vigilante since it's gonna resolve. All we got, look at End of Time.
Yeah, that's the latest one that's been released. Posted 7 days ago. 130 fire, 6 saves, 154 plays, which is pretty good going actually. So this is from Nashville, Tennessee. 17 tracks, 658 plays, 39 followers. Garrett J. Decker is an American songwriter specializing in a wide variety of music and has released the Black Triangle Collection in May 2022, an experimental album featuring many musical genres. That sounds intriguing.
It does sound intriguing. Just looking at the stats here, link will obviously for Slabs be in the description below, but you'll also be able to, if you click that link, get them on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music from what it looks like so far. Saying singer, songwriters, original music. First comment here is dope or dope.
Yeah, I think it's dope.
Yeah,
which would be an insult in any other language.
That's all good. But 154 plays on this one, 6 saves, 130 fires. This one is 4 minutes, 33 seconds long. This is J. Decker, End of Time.
Breathe deep, let your problems go. Lean on me now, rest your head. Let me be your lifeboat. Let's make a memory and make sure you don't forget. 'Cause I'd wait a century to hold you real close again. Oh, can you see up over the sky? Can you feel the air racing like a heartbeat? We light a fire when we touch. You know I won't let you go. Walk with me on this night. Be silent, let us hear no sound. Guided by the light of the moon. Your tears have a story to tell. Every minute spent here with you makes it harder to say farewell. Oh, can you see up over the sky? Can you feel the air racing like a bloodstream? Don't fall behind with the wind. Don't you let me go. I can't
I got to think like right off the top of my head. I think Sir Decker here, Garrett J. Decker. I got to think he's been in the music game for a while.
You think?
I think so. The song itself had like really good progression to it. It was very nicely done. It's very nicely laid out. The progression of it, the build up and everything, the lyrics, the harmonies, the guitar, everything was very well done. So I'm thinking that there was a lot of time spent on this. Let's see, Black Triangle Collection was released in May 2022. But that's that one. I would love to know, and I'll have to touch base with Garrett here to see how long he's been in the music game. But I do think that overall it was a good song. It was very, very well done. Once again, the progression top notch. End of Time, once again, the name of that song. If you just go through some of the comments, very tasteful track, ambient synth in the background, yeah, it was kind of mesmerizing, kind of like going back to what you were saying about the song before, is like kind of like releasing your day's stresses as you're driving home from work. You kind of like put the song, kind of like had this kind of like a like maybe like a Beatles-ish feel to it, a little bit, you know what I mean? But also I think this has been one of the better shows for original sounding music, right? Like we really haven't been giving many comparisons to sounds like this, sounds like this, sounds like this. There's been a lot of very original sounding music, and this is one of those ones for me, which it definitely has that original sound to it. So props for sure. Thumbs up, because yeah, End of Time right here by Garrett Decker, J. Decker, I should say right here as the artist name. Well done. What more can I say? Well done.
Yeah, I'm sorry I cut off there. I from what I heard of it, it was, oddly enough, it was a bit sort of backgroundy, tinny, and not, that might not be the actual song and production, but it sounded a bit quieter in my cans than the previous songs. So I don't know if that was just a fact of the song was like that, or if it was something going on with my, the quality of
the volume of it was a tad low.
It was a tad low. Okay, yeah. So that wasn't my imagination. So basically, that sort of getting the actual, and again, this is something that you'll probably be able to expand on more. But getting those levels right by putting on a multipressor on the overall mix, on your stereo out mix, and also getting those levels right as well, so that you can sort of. Yeah, you basically have the volume at a sort of. This is the thing that gets me. It would be nice if there was some sort of industry standard thing that you could apply, because still got to do it by ear. And you think, right, okay, is this louder than the stuff I've done before? Quieter? Which is why I guess you get the mastering. Someone in to do the mastering who knows what they're doing, which is fine. But if it's all down to you and you're still learning, then there's certain things you just sort of got to play everything by ear to a degree.
Well, the whole thing is I've had a bit of beef with some of your music with this, right? Because you tend to leave your vocals low, and sometimes the music comes off low as well, because I think that you're afraid to give it like that little bit more oomph, or like work the automation in there or whatnot. But once again, it's kind of like some people like the boom, 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 kind of like heavy hitting stuff. Some people do like the quiet, calm, and mellow. Obviously, if you put on a track that was recorded in the 60s as opposed to a track that was recorded today, it's going to sound completely different as far as volume is considered, because back then everybody was working with analog stuff, right? Whereas digital is a lot more forgiving. You can actually clip without it actually clipping, whereas if you were recording on analog and you clipped, well, you really clipped, it was pretty much the end of the song right there.
But I think the song, from what I heard, structurally sounded nice and solid. It's radio friendly, I guess, and it's definitely harking back to the 60s, the sounds of groups like The Association, I think, that kind of thing. So that sort of late 60s, sort of psychedelic sort of period. They're very much rooted in that sort of 67 to 69 era, that song, I would say.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but good, yeah, nice.
Enjoyable song all around is what we're getting at here. So great job. Looking forward to hearing more right there. Once again, all the links to all the artists in the video description below. Please click on those links. Send everybody some love somehow. And now to the song that caught my eye when I first saw your track list here today. Boy, so it's people need pickles, huh?
I can't remember which category I found this in, whether it was comedy or whether it was sort of alternative or something. Oh no, there we are. Comedy and singer-songwriter are the two categories. So I think I found this in comedy, which is good. But yeah, we're the people need pickles. We're a married couple from Colorado trying to get our music heard and our art seen. So it's their art designs as well. We hope you enjoy the weirdness. Well, with an introduction like that, who wouldn't be intrigued?
I love the annotation here, which is the name of the song is Bad Hangover, a song about the aftermath of having a few too many adult beverages. I can't wait to hear it, just because this is the first thing that popped out on your list. And I've been kind of waiting for this. So let's check this out. Everybody, the people need pickles.
Well, I'm on my way to class. I'm feeling like an ass. I stayed up drinking the night before, and now I feel like I'm burning in hell. All these kids are being way too loud. I'm not very proud of what I'm about to do right now. I pull out my gun, I'm gonna see them in hell. Pop goes the barrel, and down goes Daryl. I hope he hugged his mom before he came back to school. And now he knows the ginger's burned in hell. The screams, they start to ring out. They're wondering how are they gonna get out of here alive. I just can't wait to see them burning in hell. The sirens, they start to blare out. I'm panicking now. I think it's time to end my life. I guess I'll just see them burning in hell. Oh wait, there goes Carol. Pop goes the barrel, and down goes Carol. I hope she pet a dog before she came back to school. And now she knows the women burn in hell. The officer got to me, but not before he put a bullet in my dome. And now I know the teachers burn in hell.
Oh my goodness. Dark humor, to say the least. Oh, Carl, take it away. I need to.
I think it's from the outset with the guitar, da-dum, da-dum, dum, all that kind of thing going on. It's and the rhythm. It's just a very good sort of catchy drinking song. With that sort of hungover feel to the vocals. Very Nick Cave in some respects in the vocal delivery, and that kind of, I suppose, Zappa-esque in a way in some respects, and in just this, it's a bit off the wall. The finger snaps, finger clicks, very catchy. But so, yeah, it's just got a real sort of good good vibe to it, this one, and especially when it really makes you feel like you want to sing along when it goes pop goes the barrels, pop goes the barrel, and down goes Carol, and so those little lines just stay straight in your head. So yeah, really catchy, dark, off the wall, crazy, and I love it. Really good, really good.
I don't know what to say here. Nick Cave-ish. I can see Nick Cave, yeah, with the red right hand.
They've done some cool artwork, actually. Looking at their artwork as well, it's some really good stuff. Uploaded about 6 songs. And I think it's their artwork.
Kind of like looks at like Bad Hangover. That's pretty decent.
That's cool, isn't it? Yeah.
I like the fiery pickle.
The people need pickles. I love pickles, gherkins and things.
Here's the thing: it's a clever name. It's a clever name, right? They're definitely they got their own groove. Once again, this has definitely been the episode for original music. They definitely have it. But once again, one of the comments there is great witty lyrics, very dark humor, very much so. Like they said, they're trying to bring weirdness. We hope you enjoy the weirdness. At least is what they say right there. Well, they're bringing it. They're bringing the weirdness for sure. I can't have a comment of like who this sounds like, where it could actually be played, other than kind of like, let's say, if you're having a bonfire, just kind of like hanging out with a group of friends and everything like that. You're cracking open the beers, roasting some sausages, doing some s'mores, something of that sort. I think just because of the lyrics themselves, it really wouldn't have any place, like let's say like on the radio, maybe licensable to a film, but I really don't think that just because the turbulent nature that we have in the U.S., especially with some of the some things that the lyrics had mentioned, I just don't think that would fly here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, which is why I'm kind of like kind of grasping for words and trying to come up with a good review that will work here in the in the US and the UK. This is where we're promoted mostly. So, once again, dark humor, you have to appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and just people are too serious these days. You just get a sense of humor. Life's too short. You've got to enjoy life and make the most of it. Have fun, have a laugh, even if it's at your own expense. Have a laugh, And people, just do take life too seriously. And music should be fun. It's okay. You can have your dark music, serious music, beautiful music, and plaintive and reflective, melancholic, celebratory, whatever you want. But this has a place, and music should entertain. And it should appeal, and it should be, I think, first and foremost, fun and make you react in a certain way. So, I think this couple, you can imagine, going for a dinner with them or something. They'd be quite fun. Working in the studio with them, I bet that's fun. So, be great to collaborate with someone like that. So, but then, sometimes these, so tight knit. Some acts and artists together, particularly husband and wife couples, very hard to sort of work with people who, if they've got a certain way and a certain dynamic of working.
They seem very open-minded from the song that I've heard so far. So I don't think that they would really have a problem with somebody kind of like jumping in and kind of like giving their 2 cents on, let's go this direction or let's go that direction. Maybe we'll add a couple of more lyrics here or whatever the case may be. In either case, this would be a song that I could see kind of like developing like kind of like a cult following. How you have films that develop cult followings, right? Because it's not everybody's kind of like cup of tea, but it's definitely there for a reason. And like you said, music's meant to be enjoyed, no matter which way you look at it. The same thing with films. Nobody really releases a film to offend you. It's meant to for certain people to enjoy certain things. So music works the same way, and good on you. The people need pickles, for crying out loud. And it seems like we'll probably hear a bit more from them.
I think so. I'm following them. I'm interested and looking at some of the titles and things. It just looks quite quirky and the artwork's good. So I think I haven't actually listened to the other stuff yet, but I have followed them. So I will get round to it at some point. And but I would recommend people just check them out. All of these artists, check them out. See what you think of their other songs. If you think it sounds quite interesting, check out the rest of their music on Spotify or whatever platform you use. Because they would have done other songs that you like. Check them out, add them into your playlists, get their songs played, and that helps everybody out.
Absolutely. If we get a couple of artists into rotation from each show onto various people's playlists, then obviously we can help that algorithm maybe going to get them even more and more plays. Let's definitely help them out for doing what they're doing. Same way that you would support a comedy act, a film, whichever way you want to look at it. Please visit the video description below. Obviously, I know I'm mentioning it a lot, but that's where all the links to all these great artists are. The people need pickles. Everybody needs pickles, I think. I like pickles. I like fried pickles too, by the way. So
fried pickles. What fried onions?
Kind of, yeah. So there's breading, and they deep fry them, and so you have your fried pickles, just like you would have, onion rings. Or it's actually a brilliant idea. So somebody actually sat there and thought about that. So
I was just saying, Susie, because they do things like battered sausage, battered cod over here in fish and chip shops, and in some shops up north and in Scotland, they'll do battered deep fried Mars bar. So that's obviously a heart attack in a single meal. But ultimately, I was saying to her the other day, wouldn't it be nice if they did, like, say, the gherkins, pickles in a sort of batter or fried sort of thing? And because they don't over here, and lo and behold, they do over there.
If you have not had them, if you get a recipe, check them out, grab some breadcrumbs, and just cut it into slices, because they're cut into, you call them crisps. They're not chips, because chips in England are fries here, but crisps in England are chips here. So they're cut into slices like potato chips, right? And so they're breaded, then deep fried. So, look up a recipe, try it out. They're actually very good. I didn't think that I would like it, because I'm like, warm pickles, who the hell wants to eat warm pickles, right?
Yeah.
but it actually works. It actually works.
Well, it works for onion rings, so I'm guessing it must work for pickles.
It's got to. Some stuff is just good like that. So bringing us to our showstopper right over here.
Yeah, it's an unusual showstopper, because we're into country and singer-songwriter, but I found this really uplifting, really nice song. And this chap, Leon Jacobs, is the artist, but the actual artist name is Lion J, and he's from Vereniging in South Africa. Only 6 followers so far, but he's only, I think, added 6 tracks only recently. I'm a performing artist who loves to sing my own and other artists' music. I also entertain and do live shows and enjoy the interaction with the audience. I've always had a passion for music, and in this late time in my life, I give most of my energy to my music and music career. So I thought, well, this again, uplifting song, and I thought it's just nice to support these kind of artists. You think, well, he's in South Africa. We haven't had a South African artist yet. So let's see what you think of this one.
Let us check it out. Lion J with My Country Song.
I don't play any instruments, but I can use my voice. In my head there are melodies which I don't always have a choice. Depending on the mood I'm in, the tunes come into my head. Then I just start to sing until the notes go dead. So I sing my country song, maybe you can sing along. It doesn't matter what mood you're in, as long as you don't stop to sing. Let the music fill your heart, you will never fall apart. Will comfort you in every mood, always help you to feel good. So I sing my country song, maybe you can sing Doesn't matter what mood you're in, as long as you don't stop to sing. Let the music fill your heart, you will never fall apart. Will comfort you in every mood, always help you to feel good. Music is just part of me, I feel it in my veins. Sometimes fueled by happiness, and sometimes fueled by pains. When I feel glad inside, it bumps down to my feet. But when the mood changes to sad, my heart tones down the beat. So I sing my country song, maybe you can sing along. It doesn't matter what mood you're in, as long as you don't stop to sing. Let the music fill your heart, you will never fall apart. Will comfort you in every mood, always help you to feel good. So I sing my country song, maybe you can sing along. It doesn't matter what mood you're in, as long as you don't stop to sing. Let the music fill your heart, you will never fall apart. Will comfort you in every mood, always help you to feel good. Will comfort you in every mood, always help you to feel good.
There you go, Carl. I like your yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Very uplifting track. You know, it's a shame sometimes here, right? Because like he's saying, like he's waiting until the later portion in his life to actually to kind of like get into music, which is, you know, if you feel something, this is gonna be my words of inspiration here. If you feel something, if you feel like you want to get into music, if that's what you feel like you want to do, if you want to paint, if you want to, you know, make films, I mean, if you think that there's something out there that's more than what you do out there for you, then by all means do it. Please visit Leon Jacobs over here, otherwise known as Lion J. He's got a couple of social media accounts here. You can find him on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, is what it looks like so far. And show him some love. Tell him that you like his music and to keep on going. Maybe he'll pick up an instrument and learn an instrument someday soon. You know, you never know. It's never too late for new things, Carl. Never.
No, that's right. Always follow your passions when you've got time, and obviously life gets in the way of things. Always, I've been trying to do this the latest album, fifth album, and haven't been able to make a good start on it because life's been too busy. It's getting in the way. But you know, you just got to do what you can when you can. And there's so many artists out there that are, you know, just struggling for time, struggling against budget and money and funds, and you know, the time it takes to promote your music on social media. There's so many obstacles, but just got to do what you feel is right. And that song was very heartfelt. It was a nice message. It was uplifting. It was positive, and it's all about music and the quality of music and it's such a positive message that people can relate to that. There's a nice bit in it that you could imagine him singing live, where it's just him and the beat, and you can imagine people clapping. I can imagine people line dancing to this, so it's a very good song for line dancing, I would expect. And it's that sort of fusion, actually, of modern country rock, which I'm not so much a keen fan of where it's sort of about 80s onwards, mid 80s onwards, it became sort of very standard country rock sound. But I think what this has got is a bit of the old 70s country in there, maybe 60s as well to a degree, because there's a little sort of Charlie Rich meets Hank Williams type sound in his voice, more of a Freddie Fender. I would think more Freddie Fender in his voice, and there's a natural vibrato in his voice, a bit like, not dissimilar, oddly enough, to Brian Ferry, where you've got that sort of almost nervous sort of feel. I don't know if it's his natural voice, because I've not listened to all his other songs yet, or whether it's just a sort of nervous thing, but I feel like that's probably his natural vibrato coming through, and that actually suits the music in the same way that, you know, as I say, Freddie Fender or something like that, or they've got that sound to their voice, which really works. I liked it because it's such a positive message, and that's what music's all about. It's this guy doing his thing in South Africa, putting his music out to the world, and it's country music from a country he may never have been to, but he loves the music, and it's just how universal is that? It's wonderful.
No, it's absolutely fantastic, and I'm just kind of like going back when you were talking about going like deeper in time. I was thinking like maybe a little bit of Conway Twitty or something like that.
Yes, yeah.
But it's good. He does. You're absolutely right. He does have a natural voice for this type of music, from what it seems. And once again, just a damn shame that somebody is realizing a little bit too late in their life to follow their passions. So please, all you musicians out there that are kicking out all this awesome music and you are doing what you're doing, don't be scared to throw it out there. Don't be scared to throw it out there, because like, listen, are you going to get some negative feedback? Probably. Are you going to get some good feedback? Probably as well. So it's all a balance. But if you're doing what you love to do, and that would be the most important part, then by all means put it out there to share with the world, because we need a little bit more positivity going on these days. As Carl mentioned, we're all kind of like short for time. So I've been trying it myself to start a new album, and I've been trying to start a co-collaboration with Carl here. And I can't find the time to do it. It's just absolutely nuts. Maybe sometime along the lines of 2024, 2025, things will change where people will have a little bit more time. But for right now, we kind of like got to keep kicking and working and everything like that. We do all have day jobs, so we understand how all you guys feel. It does seem difficult at times. Just once again, just don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up, especially if it's something that you love. Remember to keep that positive frame of mind to everything. And Carl, any closing thoughts for you here, sir?
No, I think what you said there is important. If you put your music out there, it will connect with someone, and it might not set the world alight. It might not make you a whole hat full of money, but if it connects with one person in the world somewhere, you've connected with another human being on a deep level, and that's done its job in some sense. That music, obviously, we all want to make some money out of it. Well, not all of us, but we aspire to be successful if we put our music out there. But I think just do it anyway. If you've got reservations about putting music out there, and you've got a stack full of songs that you've written but never recorded, or just recorded but never released, just do it, because what have you got to lose, really? We've got a short time on earth. Enjoy yourself as much as you can. Make the most of life. Put your music out there. You'll always have family to support you, friends to support you, and there'll be people that you don't know yet that are going to become friends, like Tom has with me, like Ephraim has with me for Rookie Rogers, and like Russ Palladino has. So you will connect with people if you put music out there, and there'll be like-minded people who enjoy your music and you enjoy theirs.
Absolutely, 100%. And I got to give a couple of shout outs to just people that I have met through doing this so far, which would be Jamie Salazar from Within Me, Nathan Brashear from Monsters Are Real, obviously, Keith from who is Slow Walk, Carlos Fandango, Ephraim Rogers, who is Rookie Rogers, Ephraim Hadley, who is Rookie Rogers, I should say, Russ Palladino, amongst many, many others. I mean, I know I'm leaving some people out here. Stay tuned for the ones and twos, especially because coming up September 3rd, I believe, is when I'm going to have a sit-down interview with De Laurentiis, finally. We've been working that out with her promoter, and so that should be very interesting. Have a ton of questions for her, because if you guys don't know De Laurentiis, I'm sure you've heard her mentioned on the show before. She was not only on The Voice, not only on TED Talk. She is not only touring the country. She did the Bastille Day Festival in New York. She is really blowing up. And it's fantastic because she's finally gaining that traction, that momentum that all the indie artists aspire to. So as Carl said, keep your negativity to a minimum, because the positive frame of mind is what's going to get you to where you want to go. She's obviously doing everything there. Carl, we will obviously we're going to start promoting the Christmas album very shortly, because hey, we have just over 4 months until Christmas, if you can believe that.
Oh, I know. This is the thing. This is what I'm saying. Time is a big enemy. And in springtime, I'd said to myself, right, early summer, late spring, I will contact a load of radio stations, email them with tracks. I'll start putting together videos, like even if it was just lyric videos, some basic videos for all the tracks to help promote them. And I just don't have the time for any of it. So because it's all down to me. So as with many of these artists on Slaps, it's all down to the person themselves. And if money isn't an obstacle, then time is certainly an obstacle, and potentially resources are an obstacle. So and all three usually. So but yes, that would be a great help because and I hope people enjoy it because a lot of effort was put into that album. I had actually originally recorded a completely separate album with another musical associate of mine, which one day may get out there. But I decided that as that one wasn't happening for various reasons, I would just write a brand new Christmas album and, just put the album together. Rookie Rogers helped master it and he was fantastic, and did some collaborations with people on it. And hopefully people enjoy the variety and the fact that it's Christmas. Some people just love Christmas, so they'll just hopefully lap it up.
Hopefully we don't take our negativity into the later part of the year. Obviously, we know that Thanksgiving coming around. Do you celebrate something similar to Thanksgiving in England? I think we talked about this before.
But we don't really.
Like mid-November-ish. You don't have anything going on?
Nothing mid-November, no, because we have...
Like here starts shopping season for you? Or anything?
Well, 5th of November, we have bonfire night and, or what some people call fireworks night. But it was basically celebrating the fact that the gunpowder plot was foiled and King James II was saved and Parliament wasn't blown up. So that was, a few years later, after the event, they started celebrating by having fireworks and effigies of the guy being burnt, and so that was the only real celebration thing in November really that we have, and then it's just Christmas. So everything from summer onwards, celebrating summer and having a good time. It's just all as soon as the schools go back from September, it starts ramping up towards Christmas.
Right. So you're basically talking about like anything before Christmas is basically Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's Halloween's become a big thing now.
Burning effigies and and bonfires. Yeah, no. Wait to stay on this positive side there, So
yeah, it's all very Wicker Man. Well, in the Edenbridge bonfire in Kent, in the southeast of England, we used to. There's some big bonfire events, and they used to have the guy whoever was the baddie that year. So let's just say, for argument's sake, during the Falklands conflict in 1982, it would have been General Galtieri or whatever, something like that. And so each year there would be a big villain that they'd have up, and then would burn them. So yeah, all very nice, all very.
Is it going to be Boris Johnson this year?
I don't know who's the big villain. I mean, are we talking? The thing is, there's quite a few villains. No, it's got to be Putin, isn't it? I mean, it's got to be the middle class left wing types, especially if they're putting their bonfire together. It'll be Putin. That's what my money's on. It could be Johnson, could be Putin, could still be Trump, but he's not really. He's kind of old news, isn't he? In some respects, could be Biden. An effigy of Biden would be interesting, but I don't think they can't burn an old man, can they? I mean, this is the problem. He gets a bit of a sympathy vote because he's old and doddery. So, ineptitude, the old and dodderiness covers a multitude of sins, really. So he gets away with it. But there's so many villains. I mean, 2 years ago, I guess it would have been, if they had gatherings for bonfires, then it would have been the CCP. I don't know. There's so many villains now.
Oh,
I mean,
no. There's let's not get into that because there's way too much going on with that.
Oh,
Way too much going on in the world. Once again, just spreading positive vibes as Valentine has his song, right? Positive vibes only. That's all we're trying to do here. Positive vibes only with the show, with everything. We're very much looking forward to over here. I'm going to say myself personally, Thanksgiving, Christmas, because that is genuinely time to be happy, sit down with family, and kind of like, finally take a breather and get those couple of days off to to spend with time and family, as with Carl and Suze and Louie and everybody over there. So our camp over in England as well as the United States. Wishing everybody the best, and obviously we'll touch more on the Christmas albums that will be coming up, the Christmas songs that will be coming up. We're going to do a Christmas theme, I'm sure.
Yes, that'd be good.
With all the indie artists that are releasing music or have released music in the past, as far as that is concerned. Let's as people, let's just really not try to drown ourselves in negativity and look at the positive times ahead of us, and just let's be thankful, obviously, for the fact that we do have creativity, health, family support, and everything like that. Those are the valuable things. Money and everything else should come second to that. So wishing everybody a great weekend and a fantastic time moving forward. I am DJ X Tech. With me as always is Carlos Fandango. We are trying to put the us back into music.
So do please like, subscribe, and share, and let's get your music out there.
We will catch you next time. First time coming up will be on the DJ XX 1s and 2s. That will be next week. And then the Underground Sound the week following. Once again, wishing everybody a great evening. Hopefully, I can get this edited by evening. And if not, a great weekend or a happy Monday, depending on when this actually comes out. For now, once again, ta-ta, toodaloo.
Ta-da. Cheerio.